Welcome back to The Vocalist. So I have been doing these videos for over a year now, and I cannot believe I have yet to feature Patti Page on this channel. When we talk about greatest female vocalists of all time, she is up there for me. So today we are listening to the song Changing Partners. It's a short one, which is good because I have a feeling I'm going to be pausing and talking a lot today because she just does so many good things. So here we go.
We were waltzing together to a dreamy melody when they called out, change partners, and you waltzed away from me. Now my arms feel so empty as I gaze around the floor, and I'll keep on changing partners till I hold you once more.
I could listen to this woman for hours. That gorgeous, sultry, warm, like buttery tone, that's what you're born with. You either have it or you don't. And so, especially in this era, I feel that, you get to hear just a really gorgeous, like core sound from a lot of the singers in the 50s and the 40s. It was just, there wasn't an emphasis on a lot of belting or just really or riffing or any of this stuff. So you got these like beautiful, simple melodies that really showcase just the natural beauty of the singer's voice. Love that. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to point out every little nuance because that, I feel, is what separates like good singers from great singers. It's just the tiniest things that you do that just create this magical, whimsical experience and really brings a song to life. So here we go.
We were waltzing together.
So she does a beautiful job of singing on consonants, waltzing, like hanging onto that end. It's so like when you have that kind of tone, why wouldn't you want to just keep going with it, And it's like we get to hear so much more of it whenever she's singing on the consonants and not allowing the consonants to cut off her tone. So it just creates a gorgeous legato line, but again, we get to hear more of that beautiful voice.
We were waltzing together to a dreamy melody.
When she goes up, so technically this is a little bit of a mixed voice, and one thing about this time period that's just so captivating is that, again, it wasn't a big emphasis on like really extreme belting yet. So whenever you hear like these sort of lilting melodies, you get a little bit more head voice in a person's mix. And obviously with this song, it's perfect because, saying dreamy melody, it's just a little bit lighter, but obviously still blends beautifully with the entirety of her voice.
To a dreamy melody when they called.
And then as soon as she finishes that, her intonation is spot on that lower note when she says the word when.
Dreamy melody when they called out, change partners, and you waltzed away from me.
Her use of a glottal stop is perfection because rather than create like an abrasiveness, it's just giving us gorgeous, clear diction. Let me back it up.
And you waltzed away from me.
She says, and. So I've said this before, like whenever you have a glottal onset, it's a great way to just keep a little thickness in your chords and get a little bit more of a resonant, sort of like powerful sound. The transition between like that sort of like head mix into that, it's so good. Okay, I'm gonna back it up.
When they called out, change partners, and you waltzed away from me. Now my arms feel...
Same there, arms. It's so tiny. Like most of us would say now my arms, you know, but having that crystal clear diction is just, it's so elegant. I think that's one thing that has always like stood out to me about her musicality. It's just elegant.
Away from me. Now my arms feel so empty as I gaze around the floor, and I'll keep on changing partners till I hold you once more.
Her timing, again, perfection. She's not like keeping a really strict beat. Like she's very much like emphasizing the text, the way you would say it in conversation. And actually, let me go back, because when she says empty,
as I gaze around the floor,
sorry, a little further back.
And you waltzed away from me. Now my arms feel so empty.
So today, if someone were singing that line, I think they would probably make the word empty louder, because obviously it's a higher note. You need a little bit more breath pressure, but the way she backs off so that the entire like sentence makes sense is just brilliant.
As I gaze around the floor, and
I'm sorry, I told you I warned you, we were pausing a lot. Listen to the word floor.
As I gaze around the floor.
She does kind of like a shadow vowel in there, so floor. So you really get like the F and the L, those consonants are like nice and distinct. But then it just got this sort of like aura about it, floor. Like, oh, it's so beautiful.
As I gaze around the floor, and I'll keep on changing partners till I hold you once more.
I almost forgot my original point. But yes, timing is what I was commenting on before all of that. You can hear how it doesn't like stick to that steady beat. Like she gives certain words a little bit more time so that she can do what she wants with the note.
And I'll keep on changing partners till I hold you once more. Though we danced for one moment and two,
like moment. It's just perfection. Because a lot of us, myself included, like when I have those M and N consonants, they put my sound pretty far forward. And the way she's sort of, I don't know, she's like resisting that mo. Like she's really taking advantage of more backspace there and not allowing that consonant to like bring her sound forward.
Danced for one moment, and too soon we had to part. In that wonderful moment, something happened to my heart. So I'll keep changing partners till you're in my arms, and then, oh my darling, I will never change partners again.
I have goosebumps. Like that gorgeous, like sultry, soothing sound. I cannot get enough of it. Something to consider, especially when you listen to music of this particular time period, is, and I think I've mentioned this before, when we talk about dialect and you talk about the language you speak, how your articulators sort of habitually move because of how you speak in everyday life. This is a beautiful example of how dialect influences a person's voice and their singing, because you can sort of, I don't necessarily know that I would classify this that, sort of transatlantic dialect, but it certainly has qualities from those speech patterns. You'll notice that a lot of her vowels sit a smidge higher and they have this broadness to them that we don't typically hear today. It's the difference between, if I were to say melody or melody, like just a little bit more energy, I guess, in pronunciation, and it just creates a gorgeous, gorgeous tone throughout the entire piece. I'm gonna back it up so that we can hear this last verse again, because I haven't even talked about her phrasing and I feel like it deserves our attention. So here we go.
One moment, and too soon we had to part. In that wonderful moment, something happened to my heart.
Look at how beautiful her breath is. It's so natural. Her shoulders aren't like going up to her ears, but you can see movement. I always hate when people say like, don't move your shoulders. Like, no, like there's going to be movement like in your upper body when you're breathing, because you're taking in air. You shouldn't feel like you have to be a statue. Yes, if you can breathe a little bit more from your abdomen, that's very helpful, but your entire torso is going to move. And so you can see that here. We're not hearing any gasps or really rapid inhalations, but you can just see this natural breath that she's taking.
In that wonderful moment, something happened to my heart. So I'll keep changing partners till you're in my arms, and then, oh my darling, I will never change partners again.
I'm gonna play that last part again. Even when she breathes, she doesn't interrupt the line. She focuses, like, I'm so focused on the text and what she's actually communicating, I don't even notice her breath. It's stunning.
Happened to my heart, so I'll keep changing partners till you're in my arms, and then, oh my darling.
I'm sorry, it's so beautiful to see. Like, she not only is breathing through the space that she needs to sing in, but she is doing it in a way that is so whimsical and like telling a story. Like, one more time.
Moment, something happened to my heart, so I'll keep changing partners.
Right here. So she's like, look at her acting. It's so beautiful, but she'll keep changing partners. She's about to say till. Like, watch how she breathes into the word till.
So I'll keep changing partners till you're in my arms, and then, oh,
and then again with oh my darling, like, oh my darling, like the way she breathes into that is so beautiful.
In my arms, and then, oh my darling, I will never change partners again.
It's the nuances for me. I may or may not have just spent the last minute singing this, and it takes so much control to sing every note with such precision, but also incredible elegance. And it's just astounding to me. Like, gorgeous, gorgeous tone, stunning musicianship. I love her phrasing, the breath control, all of that. But every single note, it's just like it's placed exactly where it needs to be. And it is just, it's perfection. I can't, I can't get over it. So that is it for today. I highly recommend, if you have not heard much of her work, please, please, please go listen. You will not be disappointed. But yes, thank you for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.